I am Caitlin Stuffin, all right, and I'm coming here to share some vulnerability with you guys, just in hopes that maybe, just maybe, I'm not alone, right? Which I know you guys tell me that I'm not alone, even though I feel like it, and I'm sure I'm not the only one in the spiritual isolation. And this is a phase that I'm tired of being in. But there's still something left to let go of, right? Either from your old self or this realm. We don't really know yet. But the best way I can relieve myself and the pressure, you know, that pressure we all feel, the one that builds diamonds, the best way I can relieve it is just through trying to get it out, right? And as I'm sitting here, right, on my hammock, I'm sitting here on my hammock, just hanging out, trying to be still and trying to just understand, innerstand what this emotion is that I'm feeling, right? Because I believe that most of us that know, that catch, even have the frequency to hear right now of what I'm saying, like on an internal level, you don't hear it, you feel it. We've experienced a lot of stuff, all right, and a lot of it was negative, right? So when we are being called to ascend, which is basically just leveling up in the spirit, you're leveling up in your maturity, you're leveling up on your understanding of who you are, right? This is basically you breaking through to notice who you are and who you've been this whole time. And it can be a lonely spot, especially if you try to explain it to those around you, because they are not going to understand, right? But it's not for them to understand. We're all on our individual journey, but we do have a soul tribe, right? I felt you guys today, you know, whether you guys will land on this message or not, I felt it, right? So we understand that nobody's coming to save us. The longing that you're feeling, it's like, get over it by now. That's how I feel with myself, right? Because it's just been this long, ongoing thing. And when they can't deny you anymore, they can't deny the power that's inside of you. Like everybody's going to see. God is going to vindicate you. You're going to see recognition, everything. Are you ready for that? You need to ask yourself if you're ready for that. Because when they do, you're going to lose any friend that you thought you might have had. It's going to reveal a lot of hidden enemies that tried to set you up. When, listen, if they put you on their hit list, God's going to put you on theirs. Or God is going to put them on his. Okay? And it hurts sometimes, man. Because sometimes we feel like we're just tired of being alone all the time, right? It seems like I've been alone my entire life. It seems like I've been the same person my entire life. Never really had a chance to be a kid. Never really had a chance to enjoy the small things, right? So here I am in this traumatized body years later, after all the hell I've endured, which it's a miracle that I'm even talking to you guys right now, especially in the form that I'm in right now, okay? Because fighting your own demons and fighting your own past and fighting that way that you're trying to you're trying to let go of days of old, right? And it seems like you just have to mourn that, dude. We have the power inside to transmute this energy. And it's no joke. It's no joke. To sit up here and preach something, to sit up here and teach something and not be able to utilize it myself, what would that make me? Basically a hypocrite, right? So, we're coming into some like new levels, man. And it's painful to grow. Like, remember when you were a kid, you had them growing pains? It's basically what you're experiencing now. And the reason you've isolated so much is because you've learned your lesson. And it hurts you more. It pulls you away from what's going on inside of you more, the more you try to interact with others, right? So during this isolation phase, you have to really get to know that spirit that's inside of you that has reincarnated into you. It's been there the whole time, but we're becoming conscious of it now. And learn to utilize your gifts, okay? shift the atmosphere from within all the way from without. And I know that like being amongst other people as far as like the grocery stores go or just like everyday life, it can be a little bit like just exhausting, right? Just even the thought of it. Chosen ones, if you feel like you can't face that, then work around it. Because I guarantee it that God has given you the support system to where you should be able to have whatever you need and more. Quit living in lack. If it's killing you to go to the grocery, order the Instacart. And rest when you need to rest, right? And my hardest problem with all this is letting go of my old fleshly ways of self-medicating, right? I would always just run to self-medicate, whether that be through drinking or just drugging or just seeking that adrenaline or something like that outside of something that I know is not me. Therefore, it causes deep pain and shame. We got to get rid of that. That's why you can't be doing that stuff no more. And when you're ready, just know that all you have to do, seek and you shall find, knock and the door will be opened unto you. You have not because you ask not. We are healed. We're already healed. It's already been sealed. But when we're coming into the new identity, the one that God gave us, and you're learning how to utilize your gifts from within by yourself, without the phone, without anybody instructing you, it's going to amaze you. Not only is it going to amaze you, it's gonna make you realize that, hey, you asked God for something, and He's going to show you. I asked Him, I said, what is this power that's in me? Since you're saying it's there, because I didn't know, right? None of us did. He's starting to show me. So why, when I'm doing this stuff, right, I'm practicing what I preach. Why, when that happens, and He shows me, right, and it's like, oh, wow, okay. But I still have this longing, this old fleshly longing that I've longed for my entire life. And I know my Creator. I know Him well. He speaks to me all the time. How do you think I got this far? Even just a minute ago, He tells me things that I've asked for answers, right? Months ago or something. And it is comforting, and it gives me the strength to be able to withstand the pressure that is building the diamond. Because once we're finally built and we're finally got that rainbow, that's what I'm saying in the spirit. Catch it every way you can. When we become that rainbow, we become unscratchable. Okay? So quit allowing your past to try to predict your future. You are a natural-born alchemist. You are a natural-born source of collective energy. And it goes so far beyond religion. And the reason I have been so reluctant to share this kind of meat with you guys is because I know it can be foreign to some of you guys, right? Especially some of you guys that have been called. That I don't want you, it's a freak you out, right? Because it freaked me out too when I heard this stuff. But it didn't come from a book. It did in a way. But Yeshua HaMashiach, He's our king, right? He's the one that he's the ultimate one. He did it. So we follow His steps and we make sure our steps are correct. And we practice exactly what He did. He had dominion over everything. He could control the weather. So when you see the smog in your area, you shift it. You shift the atmosphere. Yeah, you do. How are you ever going to know if you don't try? You got to start trying. And it comes from both sides. And I hope you'll figure it out. All right. And the more you mature, the more it's going to just be hard for you to let go of that old ways of thinking. Especially like those of us that have kids and stuff. Like we don't celebrate holidays anymore. We know they're going to be a thing of the past anyway. I mean, am I the only one that has anxiety when holidays come around and they act like I want to participate in this stuff when I know it's expired? No, I'm trying to prepare my mind for next year or whenever it is. It's expired, you guys. And the Lord is going to humble every last one of you people, including myself. All right? I love you guys. Stay tuned and stay up.